What's up, Lakers fans? Buckle up because today's episode is loaded with buzz, speculation, and a potential power shift that could shake up the entire NBA landscape. If you're a die-hard follower of the purple and gold, or just someone who lives for the drama of a blockbuster move, this one's for you. We're deep into the playoffs, emotions are running high, and yet somehow something even bigger might be on the horizon. Something that could not only change the course of the current postseason, but also send ripple effects throughout the Western Conference for years to come. As the Lakers fight tooth and nail through the opening round, facing a young and gritty team known for its defensive discipline and relentless hustle, a new storyline begins to surface. One that's not just about matchup, schemes, or rotations. We're talking about the potential arrival of a game-changing talent. Someone who's worn a different uniform in the same city and might now be considering crossing the hall to don the iconic gold and purple. At first glance, it sounds like just another juicy rumor in a league full of noise, speculation, and hot takes. But dig a little deeper, and this might not be just smoke. There's real chatter, serious interest, and just enough logic to make this scenario worth a closer look. The idea of this particular player teaming up with the likes of LeBron James and Anthony Davis is enough to send shockwaves through the league. But the big question is, how real is this? What could possibly motivate such a bold move? And more, importantly, how would it even work, both on the floor and in the front office? Right now, the team's focus remains locked on surviving and advancing. The first round opponent isn't just any squad. They've earned their stripes with one of the stingiest defenses all season. They're young, disciplined, and absolutely fearless. On the Lakers side, the roster has shown flashes of brilliance. One star is putting up MVP caliber numbers, another is rediscovering his rhythm, and the supporting cast has stepped up in key moments. But there's a glaring issue, a consistent secondary playmaker. Someone who can take pressure off LeBron, and AD, especially when the game slows down and every possession becomes a chess match. That's where this rumored name starts to make a lot of sense. This player has had his ups and downs. His playoff performances have often been scrutinized, his conditioning questioned, and his name dragged through trade rumors more than once. But when you strip away the drama and just focus on basketball, he remains one of the most creative and intelligent offensive minds of his generation. This season, he's evolved again. No longer the ball-dominant force he once was, he's now operating within the flow of the offense, picking his spots, and still putting up impressive numbers, around 18 points and 8 assists per game. His shot selection has improved, his decision-making looks sharper, and he's embracing a more team-oriented role. That version of him could be exactly what this Lakers team needs. In the current system, much of the offensive load starts with LeBron. Since arriving, another key player has shown flashes of brilliance, but isn't quite ready to shoulder the full creative responsibility in the postseason. A promising young guard is making strides, but he's not a reliable second option yet, especially against elite playoff defenses. Another rotation player remains hit or miss. When the game tightens up and elite opponents turn up the pressure, the Lakers are often left with limited answers beyond their two stars. Now imagine adding someone who can break down defenses in isolation, run the pick and roll with Davis, and generate instant offense when needed. Not only does that ease the burden on LeBron, but it also opens up the floor for everyone else. We're talking about a player who once led the league in both points and assists, someone with deep playoff experience, even if not always successful, and who still commands defensive attention on every possession. Could this be the transformation point for him? Could this be the moment where he sheds past criticisms and steps into a role that's not about being the main guy, but about being the missing piece? There's no denying that the financial situation is tricky. His current player option sits at a jaw-dropping $70 million. Completely unrealistic for the Lakers to absorb without massive roster surgery. But if he declines that option and hits free agency, especially with his current team entering uncertain territory, the door opens. A sign and trade becomes plausible. His current team wouldn't want to lose him for nothing, and the Lakers could get creative, offering a package of players, picks, and perhaps even involving a third team to help balance the salaries. It's not an easy puzzle, but it's solvable. And let's not rule out the possibility of him accepting a pay cut to chase a ring. After all, he's made his money, earned an MVP, collected all NBA nods, but has never tasted the championship champagne. Could legacy finally outweigh the paycheck? These are the kinds of decisions that define careers. And for the Lakers, every move right now must be laser focused on one thing: maximizing what little time is left with LeBron playing at this level. The front office knows it. The fans know it. There's no patience for mediocrity. If there's a shot at adding one more elite talent to go all in, they'll at least entertain the idea. Let's be honest, the questions surrounding fit are valid. How would he mesh with LeBron and AD? Would the offense get too crowded? Could the defense suffer? Would egos clash under the spotlight? These are fair concerns, but when you look at his recent evolution, his willingness to defer, to pass, to play off the ball, there's reason to believe it could actually work. LeBron's basketball IQ is unmatched, and Davis thrives when the floor is spaced and the ball moves. If our mystery player is truly ready to embrace a complementary role, this trio could be lethal, not to mention the value this would bring to the younger players. A guard still finding his identity would learn volumes under the guidance of two Hall of Famers and a former MVP. Another versatile forward, when healthy, remains one of the most impactful two-way players in the league. Sure, our rumored addition isn't known for locking down opposing point guards, but strategic rotations and lineup adjustments could help cover that weakness. There's also pressure mounting on the franchise to make bold moves. LeBron's window is closing, and every decision has to reflect a win-now mentality. If they believe this is their best shot to surround him with enough firepower to raise one more banner, they'll pull the trigger. For LeBron, winning another title isn't just about the moment. It's about cementing legacy, silencing doubters, and taking one more giant leap in the GOAT conversation. For the player in question, it's about proving he's more than stats and highlight reels. It's about being remembered as a champion. And for the Lakers, it's about pushing all their chips to the center of the table before the clock runs out. So could we really see him in purple and gold next season? Could this be the start of one of the most unexpected star alliances in recent NBA memory? The possibility is real, and just the fact that we're talking about it tells you how serious things are getting. The story is just getting started. There's another element that makes this whole scenario even more compelling: the emotional and cultural connection. This isn't just a random superstar looking to relocate. This is someone who already knows the city, who has played here, trained here, lived here. There's no need for adjustment to the spotlight, no unfamiliarity with the expectations or lifestyle. That level of comfort matters, especially when joining a franchise like the Lakers, where the pressure is unlike anywhere else. It's not just about stats. It's about legacy, impact, and rising to the occasion in front of a fan base that demands excellence. And speaking of the fans, let's not underestimate their role in all of this. Lakers Nation is one of the most passionate and vocal fan bases in the world. They celebrate greatness, but they also hold their players to the highest standard. If this player walks in and delivers, if he helps bring home banner number 18, the narrative around him could shift forever. He could go from a polarizing figure to a beloved icon. That's not hyperbole. That's the power of the purple and gold. Championships redefine careers, and this move, if it happens, could be his opportunity for redemption on the biggest possible stage. Now think about the on-court possibilities. His court vision is elite. He's one of the most gifted passers of his generation, capable of manipulating defenders, threading impossible angles, and creating open looks for teammates who didn't even know they were open. Imagine him running pick and roll with Anthony Davis while LeBron surveys the floor from the weak side, ready to strike. Picture him finding shooters like Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura with skip passes that carve through defenses. That's the kind of dynamic offense that gives opponents nightmares, especially in the playoffs, when every possession becomes a grind. When defenses tighten and scouting reports get detailed, having another playmaker of that caliber makes all the difference. He might not be putting up 30-point games anymore, but his impact could be felt in ways that go beyond the box score. Spacing improves, ball movement flows, and crucially, LeBron doesn't have to carry the entire creative burden every night. That's not just good for the team's success, it's a move that could extend LeBron's career by another season or two. Financially, yes, there are sacrifices to be made. Depth might take a hit. young prospects might be included in the deal. But when you're chasing titles, you take calculated risks. You trust in stars to deliver when it counts. And this player has shown in recent seasons a willingness to evolve. He's played with other stars. He's adjusted his role. He's learned from the chaos and controversy of past locker rooms. This could be the culmination of all those lessons. The moment he finally puts it all together. And just think about the message this sends. To the league, to the fans, to LeBron. Bringing in a player of his stature shows that the Lakers are still swinging for the fences, that they're not content with moral victories or second-round exits, that they're chasing greatness with everything they've got. And in today's NBA, where parity reigns and super teams rise and fall every year, this move would remind everyone that the Lakers are never out of the picture. Of course, critics will have their say. Some will point to past failures, to playoff collapses, to questions of heart and leadership. And sure, those doubts are fair, but this isn't about who he was. It's about who he is now and who he could become in the right environment. And if there's any player who can bring the best out of him, it's LeBron James. LeBron has done it time and again, elevating teammates, building chemistry, leading by example. If our rumored star is willing to commit to buy-in fully, then this could be the move that changes everything. We've seen unlikely pairings before, superstars with different styles, different temperaments, different paths, coming together and making it work. Why not this one? Why not now? The fit might not be perfect on paper, but in reality, chemistry is built in the fire of competition. And this team has the leadership, the experience, and the hunger to make it happen. The offseason looms. Rumors are swirling, and the Lakers have a choice to make. Play it safe and hope for the best, or roll the dice and try to build something unforgettable. This might be their last real shot at another title in the LeBron era. And if they believe this is the missing piece, they won't hesitate to take that leap. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. The Los Angeles Lakers have always been a franchise defined by stars, and now another big name joins the pantheon of purple and gold legends. Karl-Anthony Towns has officially arrived in Los Angeles, and his reception was nothing short of a celebration. Greeted by fans, embraced by the media, and welcomed by the organization, Towns' arrival marks a new chapter for both the player and the team. For the Lakers, it's a bold move aimed at reclaiming championship relevance. For Towns, it's an opportunity to step into the spotlight on one of the NBA's most iconic stages. The energy around his arrival was electric. From the moment he touched down at LAX, Towns was surrounded by a wave of excitement. Social media buzzed with videos of fans chanting his name, waving jerseys, and hoping for autographs. The Lakers front office held a press conference that felt more like a coronation than a traditional media event. Dressed in Lakers gold, Towns smiled as he spoke of his admiration for the franchise's history and his desire to bring another championship banner to Crypto.com Arena. Towns brings with him not only star power, but a unique skill set that perfectly fits today's NBA. A versatile big man who can stretch the floor, pass, and score from multiple areas, he promises to be a vital piece alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The potential trio, if they remain healthy, could form one of the league's most dynamic frontcourts. It's clear the Lakers are going all in, and the addition of Towns might be the piece they've been missing. As the city of Los Angeles rolls out the red carpet, the pressure now shifts to the hardwood. Expectations are sky high, and Towns is no stranger to scrutiny. But in the city of stars, it's not just about shining, it's about delivering. And Karl-Anthony Towns is ready for his Hollywood moment. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.